wünsche dir viel Spaß. Was sagst du, Empty Burial? Wolfscheid. That's a solid one. That's a solid one.
Was close, but it's called Wolf's Zeit.
Congratulations, Vogelhaufen. Is it German? Vogelhaufen. You won yourself a Vogelhaufen key. Vogel or Vogel?
Vogelhaufen is a friend of mine, and yes, that was very close, Henrik.
It's almost like driving on the wrong side of the road and put the steering wheel on the wrong side. That's so odd, right? Driving from Sweden to England, whenever you have to move over to the other side, that's nuts.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the roadmap soon and testing event soon stream summary. So first off, we will look at what Henrik told us about the upcoming features, about the upcoming changes and updates. Then we will go to the random questions and answers list. But let's start with Henrik's understanding of veterans.
If we have been playing since launch, does that mean we are veterans, or do you need to have been playing since the beta? Good question. I think we clarify that with a few terms. What was it? Like 1500 or 2000 hours in game to be a real vet. And then of course we have the indication if it's from Mortal Line 2 or even started from Mortal Line 1. So I guess there are some different takes. I would say you are a veteran when you hit at least 2k hours. I think that deserves veteran status.
Would also be awesome if you get an in-game title for playing the alpha for nearly 20,000 hours. And the first 5 years it wasn't even on Steam. Oh man, what I'm doing with my life. Here we are. So let's hear the upcoming updates and features and mechanics.
Finally got a solid patch again with a lot of important fixes. I'm sure you have gone through the patch note already. Quite a few of you guys are already running into the Fab Sewers, which is awesome to see. Obviously, the sewers in the cities are meant to be low tier, very noob friendly. First introduction to dungeons. Much bigger than the Tier sewers. What is the lore behind it, and how well does it align with vision? So again, it's meant to be one of those introduction dungeons without too much difficulties. And yeah, they vary in size and format a little bit, but in general they're quite equal in terms of balance and value, and that is the purpose for the new player dungeon locations. Next one we are getting the Morin Khur Sewers, which are also gonna have a small variation due to its across the side of the world, and obviously it's the Khurite sewer systems that you're gonna see there. But yeah, it shouldn't be much larger. It should be in a quite close size range, just in a little bit different format. Thank you for continuing to develop this amazing game. These fixes are huge and the sewers are long overdue. Obviously we're gonna cover quite a few more bugs. Don't you worry. That is still very much huge focus. But yeah, we've gone quite far throughout the polish focus sessions. As we said before, we know that it's not the most exciting content because the focus is polish and bug fixing. Yeah, we haven't covered animal gear yet. As I mentioned before, we're working on certain requirements there before we can start going into mounts and pet gear, as we are still looking into additional animators that will help us go in those areas sooner rather than later. And we're talking to a few people and also a company, and maybe we can find a suitable solution there and move forward in that category as well faster. Any plans for Medusa to get sewers, something like that? Yeah, we're looking over all suitable location where there should be nearby quite safe low-end dungeon to introduce them to some of that without crossing the world, add something like that as well. We are going through where it fits and makes sense and where we can add them. And if not a sewer, maybe something different but has a similar value to a new player as a sewer. Will there be a roadmap or more detail on the future plans? Yes. So I've been working very hard on finalizing the last big things. Also, actually, I've had to prioritize some game design in very specific areas that are taking quite a bit of time from my table, and also Sebastian's table. So we have actually just recently pretty much covered the last question mark we had when it comes to specific TC and sieging rules. So I'm very happy and excited to have that pretty much under control now. Along when we are working with that, I also plan to do a streaming session when we go through those huge features. There's some cool stuff that we want to talk about and So you also gotta get the picture of what are the main changes from the first TC to what we're offering this time around. I think it's one, if we are lucky. If not, it's 2 more meetings that I need to have with Sebastian. That is enough for us to post upcoming blocks of roadmap in what order you can expect to see some of those huge features and functions to the game. And that is also moving us obviously to the Epic Game release, to the TC sieging patch, which are very huge content. What I would like to do the next week on Thursday stream is, if you guys are up for us, up to help us with a very specific thing, I would like to run a stream with Sebastian. Hopefully it can be part of the stream, or it will just simply be working with me on the stream. So what we want to do is we want to gather about 400 of you again somewhere. We could pick outside Medulla again as we did last week, and we're gonna be present and do specific runs on the server while that happens, because there's a certain area where we want to pinpoint a specific load. So and I know that that is much to ask of, so but we would like to have your help to bring hopefully around 400 players again on this location. So first we just need to move there. Hopefully it will be somewhat civil initially. So we are ready to enable specific profiling tools on the server, because we are dead serious and determined to make sure that huge, large, epic battles never seen before in an MMO like this will be possible and stable on the server side for our upcoming TC sieges. So obviously we want to make sure that is solid. But I hope with that, with your help, we'll make that announcement and we can gather up somewhere outside of Medulla, somewhere that is suitable. And when we say go, you can also fight to the death, because we want to mimic the same situation, a very similar situation as we had last week, because that was golden value for us. And if we can do that one more time with me and Sebastian present on the servers doing the profiling tools, we are, that will help us tremendously to make sure that we can cover such large-scale fights on the server side. The race you need to reroll at this point. We have been discussing, I've been discussing with Mats lore-wise game function type, just to see if it fits and work with both lore, design, and functions, and the balance we want to have also. And there may be a suitable room for allow a clade race change with a very certain setup of a process. Nothing you just quickly go back and forth between different clades and races, but actually invest. For instance, if you have invested a long time and you really think that you would like to play another clade race, then maybe there's an opportunity to make that happen, but we can't do it right now. But we have discussed it and see that it may fit and we may be able to support it.
So now to the random questions and answers list. Molvas and Lycatus will come. More hairstyles and tattoos are planned and will come over time. Also stuff like cats, cougars and stuff like that, and wolves will be mountable someday. Pet AI will be improved, that they will follow you through water, through everything, and will always stay behind you. They are already working on that. And also on fixing the AI inside houses. House transferring and house deconstruction will come very soon. More spread out content will come to the game. They changed the handle hits a little bit, that you don't get so much handle hits all the time. In the upcoming patches you will be able to have ranks and passwords for each chest in your house. They are also working on improving the AI. Much more dungeons are planned all around the map. Very, very rare trinkets will be available a little bit easier. But of course, they are still meant to be rare. Priests that you will have at your stronghold will get an option that you can change if it's only reviving guild members or everyone or stuff like that. Raised pets should not kill normal pets, Henrik said. If you look in the stream summaries a few months ago, Henrik said that pets, if you raise a necro pet and a normal pet, then the necro pet will attack the normal pet. So I don't know if he's aware of his own words there for a few months ago. But in this stream here right now, he said this is a bug and it needs to be fixed. But I guess he just simply forget. I mean, he have million things to do. He can't think of everything. More music will come to the game over time. There will be a subscription fee, and the date for the starting of the subscription is not set currently, but they will announce that. The nation and standing system will get a huge update in the future. Henrik said they have the most advanced weather system ever based on real-life logic. And with the Unreal Engine 5 update, this will be synced and the Elementalist can change the weather. Maybe they will add a toggle that you can activate the shoulder pads again, that you can't see through your shoulder pads. The currently human buff was attribute points, but the next human buff will be human clade gifts in the next patch. More magic schools will come and very rare magic schools as well. Special moves for every weapon group will come to the game. Balance will never be finished and they are very careful at balancing stuff. Fabernum sewer spawner will get a hotfix. Henrik don't like pineapple pizza. They are adding 30 points of interest each patch. The gear and guild now should be shown earlier if you write into people. Knockdown function with the animation is on the priority list. Fun fact, Henrik is 1 meter and 88 centimeters tall. I don't know how this is in American units. Guard outposts will come to the game. With territory control, you will be able to hire guards. The enhancement system for gear will come in the future. More continents will come to the game, for example an Ashes continent, an exotic jungle continent that looks like from the movie Avatar, and one water continent, and much more is coming. And of course, as always, ships will come to the game. There was only one stream where he wasn't talking about ships. Also mechanical devices for deep diving will come, and also air gaps that you can swim from air gap to air gap and stuff like that, and that you can swim down there to explore the underwater continent. I guess you mean a German U-boat or a submarine. More horse spawns will come. Beast Mastery will unlock attacks and abilities. For example, some wolves that can give you bleeding injuries and stuff like that. Morin Khur Sewers soon. They are still searching for animators. And the troll and the nitro queen is dominatable with certain items, but they are currently not in game, Henrik said. Guild emblems will come and the die system will come as well with that. And one little fun fact, Henrik is very good at swimming in real life. That is very impressive. What's also very impressive, the support of all you guys. So please leave your opinion about Henrik's upcoming plans in the comments, would be awesome. So please like and subscribe and ring the bell. So special thanks to all the supporters, of course. Carmel, Professor, Slam of Gaming, Tip, Lot of Skill, Frederick, Ronus, Patanx, Vinja, Colombo, Luxonila, you, and all the others, of course. So never forget the event next week. Never forget to make party hard. And see you all next time. Goodbye.